Welcome players, my name is Matthias and this is the ultimate character creation guide for Scum. Now, what I'm going to be showing you today is the 5 best builds that I have figured out after hundreds of hours of in-depth character creation tests, okay? And you don't have to worry about losing any attribute points while you're playing, because in my hardcore series that I'm going to do next month, I will be teaching you guys how to never lose any attribute points, but actually gain them, okay? Now, the first thing that I want you to focus on when creating a character is that these bars just really change your values, okay? But you never want to create a character with increments like this, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, okay? Or 6, 7, 8, 9. You always want to have your attribute points at a solid number or a 0.5 number so that you have no leftovers. This helps you to specialize your character a lot more, okay? Which I will show you down in the skills below, but just take that as a solid point. First thing I want you to know about attribute points is that 3 is average. 3 means your character can reach the max amount of skills in any attribute that has at least got 3 points in them. If you lower one attribute to 1, you can only reach medium, okay? You can only reach the cap of medium skill in that specific skill, okay? And that's it. You can't go past medium. So you can only gain 100,000 skill points in all the skills that's related to intelligence or dexterity or constitution or strength. And then with the point of 2, you can reach advanced, okay? So you can only reach a max of 1 million skill points in all those skills. And then with 3, you can reach the max amount of skill points in all the skills regarding intelligence, which is 10 million, which is known as Advanced Plus, okay? Very, very important. Okay, so after you're done with that, please, when you start your character, just change, just go 1 up, 1 down, and 1 up, so that when you lower your PP size, that you'll have the points here, instead of it putting it into your intelligence automatically, and then you can fine tune it, okay? So let's say I want 1 point in here, then I put the 1 point in here, and I can easily put 5 points in there, okay? But there will be times when you want to fine tune it like this. Then you just increase your PP size by 1 inch, and then you can fine tune your character like that, take it away, and then add the skill points, okay, to fine tune your perfect character build. Now, next on the list, you can change your head types. There's 6 head types, you can put the conceal mode on, and with the supporter pack, you get an extra cool tattoo set, and different tattoos. Later in the future, they will introduce floors and starting gear sets and crimes and everything, because this game has got a ton of potential and there's a lot to look forward to. So, when it comes to your skills, let's look at what every skill does, okay? Starting at boxing, boxing influences your speed at which you hit, your stamina cost, and more combos, okay? So, the biggest thing for me is the stamina usage when it comes to doing something. So, when it comes to boxing, the stamina that you're using is very important, because if you can't keep hitting, then you're doing no damage, and you will be able to get hit because you're going to run out of stamina and be a lot slower, okay? When it comes to boxing, what I have seen with all my tests is that even with a basic skill, you do a combo every 3rd shot. So you jab, and then you do a combo, okay? So there's no real need to go higher than that if you want boxing, because there's just no real use to it. It won't save your life. It's completely just for fun. Then when it comes to rifles and handguns and archery are very, very easy to level up, okay? It doesn't take you a lot of time. So what rifles does is the speed at which you reload and fix weapon malfunctions. the stability of the weapon, okay, and the recoil control. When it comes to the recoil control, this is where most of your recoil control comes from. Not from having high strength, but from having, a lot of skill points in rifles. That is what affects the speed at which you handle the rifle, the speed at which you reload it, and your stability, okay, when you're aiming down the sight so that it doesn't sway too much. And then when we talk about swaying, it affects your sniper rifles as well. So when you're aiming down a scope, that swaying that your gun has automatically is magnified, okay? And you need advanced rifles to stabilize your gun a lot more, okay? And then, of course, when you're sniping, crouching, and lying down helps you as well. So for me, you either take it advanced or you level it up, okay? Now, the third thing is melee weapons. Now, melee weapons, again, it's the speed at which you swing the weapon, it's the stamina usage every time you swing, okay, that you can stay in the fight for longer, and of course, you're doing more combos. Now, this is, for me, the most important skill in strength, because it saves you bullets, point one. It enables you to kill everything around you silently, okay? And I have killed players with a melee weapon. I've knocked them out, and then killed them on the ground. So it's very, very versatile, and probably for me the biggest survival, mechanic that there is. Because it helps you, it basically helps you everywhere, okay? And you'll be very good at close quarters. And again, you don't want to waste ammo, okay? Ammo is very important for the dangerous situations. You don't want to be wasting your ammo, just for the fun of it, because ammo is very precious. You can craft ammo, but crafted ammo will lead to a lot more weapon malfunctions, okay? So gathering ammo is much more important, and then the melee weapons make sure that you don't waste the bullets. So for me, I always take it advanced, guys. Because rifles, handguns, and archery is so easy to level up, I always take it at advanced. Handguns, basically it's the speed, the stability, and the speed is very important with pistols. Because the reload speed and the speed at which you fix malfunctions will save your life regarding handguns. For me, I never start handguns more than basic. So it's basic or nothing, okay? Archery, on the other hand, it's the speed at which you draw your bow, okay? Because crossbows are directly related to rifles. And then the stability. And then when you get to advanced archery, you'll have a dot. You'll have a dot on the screen, not with a compound bow, because the compound bow has got a sight, but all the other bows that don't have a sight, you will have a dot for a few seconds to hit your targets very, very precisely. And archery is an extremely powerful skill, which I will show you now in the background, because if you've got an advanced archery skill and you use broadhead arrows, you can kill a player, any player, and any puppet. You can kill the toughest puppet in the game with one shot. You can't even do that with an AK, okay? And you can kill any player with one shot, up to about 100 meters, okay? We tested it at 100 meters as well, but archery is very, very powerful. Now, when it comes to running is just determines your speed and the distance at which you run. So if you want to run further and faster, you take this, and you always take it to advanced, okay? Always take it to advanced. This isn't the end of the world, but this is. It's going to save you a heck of a lot of time getting across the map, and then, of course, catching enemies and getting away from enemies, okay? So, yeah, I either take this on advanced or medium, and I will explain why. Because I usually take at least 4.5 constitution, I can always put one at medium and one at advanced. So if I want to be a great survivor, I do this. But with 4.5, I'll only be able to go there. But if I want to be a PvP character and I'm not worried about running away at all, I just want my stamina to regain, you know, after I aim down my sights or I shoot or I fight or whatever. So then I take endurance to advanced and running, you know, and put the rest of the points in running. Because it's much more important for me to regain my stamina in a fight. And shooting and aiming and everything does take stamina, especially when you use a sniper rifle. So then the endurance is very, very important for me. Endurance is just the time it takes you to regain your, you know, your stamina back. Okay, then thievery. Thievery is the sweet spot for lockpicking. Okay, when you lockpick, it's got a sweet spot where it will unlock the lock. So it increases that sweet spot, and at advanced you will get more time to try and open the lock as well. Driving is basically the speed at which the car can drive, the handling, and how much it stalls. Okay, you never want to have no driving skill if you're planning on driving. At least basic, no more than that, guys, no more than that. Okay, with all my testing, trust me, it will still be enjoyable. You can go to medium if you really, really want to. Okay, but at advanced, it just becomes negligible. And you're going to damage your vehicle more than anything else. So, but because populated servers have got most of the vehicles hoarded, I never take a driving skill, because by the time I raid someone or by the time I get a vehicle, I'm so dedicated to the game that I'll be able to just, you know, have a joyride and drive everywhere and level up the skill that way. For demolition, demolition affects how much you can craft. So you need at least medium demolition to craft every single explosive in the game. Okay, then it affects the sensors as well. So you can add motion sensors or laser, you know, or laser sensors to a trap, and with the motion sensor, it increases the width of the bubble in which it will, you know, trigger, or with a laser it lengthens the laser. Okay, you know, for detection as well. And then it also helps a lot with the time that you get to cut wires. Me personally, I always aim or take advanced demolition because I want an end game character. So I want to be able to defuse puppets as well, and I need at least 4 seconds to defuse a puppet. But because I have figured out how to level up demolition quite fast, I tend to focus on advanced thievery with my starting build, because I find the thievery, you know, skill leveling quite tedious. But the new way of leveling up demolition is way faster, you know, and way more comfortable for me. And you will find that in my videos. Then throwing basically just influences your accuracy. I won't put any points into it. Okay. Because you can just pick up a bunch of rocks and keep throwing puppets with rocks, okay, to level up your throwing skill. And then with stealth is regarding all the sound that you make, okay, and when it comes to the sound that you make, it determines how far puppets can detect you. And in the background now, I will again show you the difference between medium stealth, okay, and advanced stealth. And for me, it's not worth having advanced stealth. You know, if you want a complete PvP character and you're focusing on players, then you can take advanced stealth. But I've listened to the sound difference between medium and advanced, and it's just not worth it for me. If you're very focused on PvP, then it is, okay, then it is. But PvE wise and, you know, the points wise, it's just not worth it for me. So this will be a standard, you know, a standard build for me. But of course, I'll have a lot more dexterity. So I'll put that thievery on advanced and this on medium. So medium is the go-to, guys, the go-to. Okay. Then when it comes to awareness influence drowns out the ambient sounds, okay, which helps a heck of a lot with detecting puppets, megs, and players, okay. When you drown out the ambient sound, the the direction at which the sound is coming from is a lot, is 10 times better for knowing exactly where the enemy is. Okay, so it drowns out the sounds, which helps you a heck of a lot, so that you can detect the guy trying to kill you before he detects you. It helps for hunting because you can track animals, and it helps for looting. You have a chance of getting extra loot when you search containers because of awareness, and it helps for spotting players further. Okay, if you have got low awareness, you won't be able to spot players extremely far away, and if they have the camo skill, then they will disappear at certain distances, okay, when they are prone. So for me, awareness is awareness is extremely important, and the biggest thing why I like taking advanced awareness is because of the time it takes to level it up. So for a PvP build, or for a multiplayer build, I will always take awareness. And then sniping basically affects the range finding time. Okay, with advanced, it's instantaneous for you to get the range. No skill, it takes you very, very long, and of course the further you have to try and find that range, the longer it will take with a low skill, and the quicker it will be with a high skill. And then the biggest thing for me is holding your breath. When you aim with no skill, you can only hold your breath for 3 seconds. But at advanced, you can hold your breath up to 8 seconds, which makes a major difference. Camouflage is a bit broken at the moment, and I don't like it. That's why I counter it with awareness, so it's not worth my time, and it promotes camping. Basically what happens with camouflage is when you prone, then at certain distances you don't render. Like the cool mechanic that the game has, that people don't render if you don't have direct vision of them. The player will also not render, okay, if he's in prone. It's a very negative way of playing, and I rather use camouflage with just the clothes that I'm wearing to blend in, to blend in with my circumstances. So if you want to be a silent assassin, camouflage is probably great, but I just personally leave it alone. So if you want to know if you must put points into it, no, or you just go max. Okay, with survival, it influences your harvesting time. What I mean by harvesting is chopping down bushes, cutting down trees, chopping puppets up, and your crafting speed. Okay, now if you combine, let's say you're building a base, if you combine the time that it takes you to cut down the tree and the bushes, and to craft the tools and all those different things, then it's going to save you a ton of time. Okay, especially if you're new and you're starting over regularly, it will save you hours and hours, days over the long run. Okay, with the speed at which you do things, you can cut down a tree at literally like double the speed with advanced survival, and then of course you're crafting items as well very, very fast, and you're processing. It's not only cutting down the tree, it's then cutting down the logs into planks, and then cutting the long sticks into small sticks. Just saves you a ton of time, boys. Survival is to save you a ton of time and to enable you to craft the items to make your experience a lot more immersive. Then engineering is by far the most important skill in the game, by a mile. And what engineering does is it allows you to craft all the items in the game, all the base building items, all the locks, okay, and the golden enforced locks are very, very important. All the ammo, it allows you to craft all the ammo in the game, and then it allows you to clean all the weapons in the game, okay? So when it comes to engineering, you can either, now in my survival build, I'm not going to take engineering, but that's just to add a PvE challenge to my experience. But for you, you need at least medium. Okay, medium will enable you to craft 9mm ammo and shotgun ammo, which is going to help you a heck of a lot in the beginning. And then with my leveling guide, you'll figure out how to get to advanced later. But you only need medium to craft all the walls. That is right up to concrete. And you heard me correctly. You can test this for yourself. You only need a medium engineering skill to to upgrade your walls to the max. Okay. And then, of course, advanced engineering enables you to craft the battery shock protection, which helps you a heck of a lot when it comes to people trying to raid your base. So yeah, just by a long shot, if you have got no engineering, you really can't repair your weapons. You can repair pistols with basic, AKs with medium, and then you need at least advanced to repair an M82. Okay. So very, very important. But of course, if you watch my leveling guide, you'll see that you can level this up, over time. And then if you rather start with advanced survival, you can do the things you need to do to level up engineering a lot quicker. So it's up to you. So guys, that's a simple explanation of everything. And now we're going to go to my 5 favorite builds and tell you why I've chosen them. Okay, so here we go. I had characters up to the moon, okay, and then I had to spend about 15 minutes executing all of them, and we ended up with these 5 characters. So the first character on the list is my personal PvE character, okay, and it adds progression for me. It gives me certain targets to achieve. It makes me feel a real sense of progression, okay, because I have to work at all my skills, and it's just a lot of fun and really, really, really solid build for me. The focus point of this build is I'm the toughest cat in the park. There's no one with more HP than me, and that makes a big difference regarding puppets and low caliber weapons like pistols. You're going to survive a lot longer because you're getting a 20% HP gain. And then the other thing is the awareness cancels out camouflage, okay? And I can work at all these skills. So it just makes a PvE experience extremely immersive, boys. And this is my multiplayer guide, okay? At the beginning of next month, I am going to do the most epic, hardcore single-player experience I've ever done in my life. And if I complete this challenge, it will be the proudest moment I've had, in any gaming experience. And in that guide, I will be giving you guys tips and tricks that you've never heard of in YouTube, which will be a combination of roughly 300 hours that I have put into in-depth studying this game. Okay, when I say in-depth studying, I don't mean playing the game. I mean running with a character for 4 hours with weight on his back, to see how fast I can get the constitution and the dexterity attributes, to increase, and where I need to put my food levels, okay, so that I don't lose any attribute points. What's the perfect diet? What does every single thing in the metabolism system mean, and how does it affect your character? And of course, how all the skills affect your character. So this is my personal build, toughest cat on the block, very balanced. I am going to level up the demolition skill. So in this, I'm going to level up my rifles, handguns, archery. I'm going to get endurance to advanced. I'm going to get demolition to advanced. I'm going to get driving to advanced. Over time, I'm going to get stealth to advanced. I am definitely going to work at getting engineering and survival to advanced, and sniping to advanced, okay? And no one will be able to hide from me. So that's my build. For you guys, this is, for me personally, this is the ultimate guide for anyone that just wants to experience, Scum in peace, okay? Not really focusing on any grinding. You can play this character without any grinding, guys. So you're good at rifles, okay? And you're going to level up rifles much quicker because you are good at handling them. You will be, you won't run into any unforeseen problems with melee weapons or handguns. You'll be average at them, okay? And won't run into many problems, and you can defend yourself. You will be the fastest cat, not the toughest cat on the block, but you will be the fastest player there is. So you will be able to run away from anyone and catch anyone. Your demolition skill is advanced, so you can craft everything and you can experience the kill box, and over time, you can level up your thievery. You've got the prerequisite for stealth, okay? And then you can craft everything in the game, and you've got advanced engineering, just like I said, okay? The Reaver build is my personal version of a PvP build, okay? Just gave him the tattoo for him to look really cool. So this character starts with advanced rifles, okay? And then he's got basic skills in melee and handguns, and he'll use archery to build up fame points. Again, he's not focused on running away, so all these points goes into endurance so that he can recover his stamina much quicker in a fight. He's good with thievery and demolition, so he can do a kill box from day one. And, he's good enough skill-wise so that basic stealth is more than enough for him. And then he's got basic survival, and he's got medium engineering. He's not very intelligent, but with medium engineering, he can craft the best base, he can protect his loot. And with basic survival, if he just crafts a basic compass, he'll be able to get across the map very, very quickly with the compass. Rambo build is personally one of my favorites because of how lethal this character is. And this is for you PvP fans that always wants a character with 5 strength. So this character starts with advanced archery, medium rifles, and basic melee weapons. Okay, just like Rambo. If any of you have watched the Rambo movies, especially the first one, you'll know that he's really, really good with archery, okay? And really, really good with rifles. And he's not too bad at all with melee weapons either, but he doesn't really use pistols a lot, okay? And like I said, with a broadhead arrow, you'll be able to kill anything that walks with an advanced archery skill and with max strength. Then again, he's running. Rambo is very fast across the map, okay? So he didn't put everything into endurance because just like Rambo, he runs very, very fast. You can see that when he normally runs away from explosions. Then, just like Rambo, he is good with demolitions and he's good with stealth. Like we know, you're going to be good with stealth and demolition. And then, again, if you've watched the first Rambo movie of any of the Rambo movies, you'll see that Rambo's main expertise is the survival, okay, which helps him to craft everything really, really fast. So for me, this is a very, very entertaining build and, a great build for you guys that loves to have a character of 5 because you can level up your rifles very, very quickly, and you're an assassin. You are the most dangerous person on the planet, right from day one because you can craft a bow very, very quickly. You can't find a gun as fast as you can craft a bow, which makes you the most lethal starting character in the game, okay? And then for the average guys, who basically doesn't ever want to level up anything and just wants a standard build, this is for you guys, okay? Medium rifles, medium, basic. You're fast, but not the fastest. You've got medium demolition. You've got the thievery. You've got the stealth that we need. You've got some awareness. You've got advanced engineering, which will help you to protect all your loot in the best possible way. And you can craft all the things you need to craft and chop down trees, quite fast with the medium survival skill. So guys, I know that was not very short, but I hope you took some good information out of this. Please tell me in the comments down below which one of these builds are your favorite builds. And like I said, I will be using the survival character for my ultimate hardcore challenge. I've got no clue how I'm going to do it, but if I do it, there will be 10 missions on my single player series. And if I complete those 10 missions, it will be one of my proudest moments ever in survival games. And then if I die, I will have basically 5 lives. Okay. So, depending on how long the series goes, I will either just use one character and end the series, whether I complete it or fail it, or, if we die quite soon, then I'll be running through the characters and see which one performs the best in the worst possible circumstances, okay? And in the next video, don't worry guys, I'm still doing my 3 short videos on Sundays. So right after this video, I will be uploading a fast tutorial on how to change your single player settings, okay, and what my settings will be for the hardcore challenge. And I'd love you guys to copy it, and experience it with me so that you can at least see how hard it is if I make it look easy. And then I will be doing a Scum map, just a quick Scum map guide, how to use the Scum map. And then I'll be doing a Scum admin helper quick guide as well, just to show you guys how easy it can be to spawn items into the game. Just do your own, hundreds of hours of testing like I've done. Then maybe one day you can help me as well, okay? But in any case, put down your favorite build down in the comments below of these 5 builds. If out of your hundreds of hours, you've got a build that you think is the ultimate build, put that down in the comments below as well. And if you want to share any ideas, I'll always respond to all your comments so that we can have a discussion. Have a great day. And yes, like I said, 3 short videos today. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a looting guide. And then the day after that, or the next video, will be the most in-depth base building guide you guys have ever seen on YouTube. That's a fact, okay? And you guys will know what I mean when you watch that video. And yes, I'll see if I need to cover anything else. Maybe the diet. I'll cover the diet for you guys so that you never lose any attribute points and you actually gain attribute points. Whether the new, whether it's the new metabolism system or the old metabolism system, it's still built off the same core. So it will help us a ton for the future as well to never lose attribute points. And that's it. See you guys next time. Cheers.